Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a lovely day. So in today's video we've got our little TBR jar and my TBR card, and we're gonna pick out the books I'm gonna be reading in September. I actually am pre-filming this a little bit earlier on, so it is August 14th, I think. Where the hell's my phone? I am pre-filming it because I will be in Europe from August 19th until September 22nd, I believe. Whatever books I land on, I will be reading in Europe, so I do definitely want some more summery books because it will be like the end of summer, early autumn. You know, just some more summery books. Maybe not so much fantasy romance because I don't know if that's what I'm in the mood for. You know, it's not like what I envision when I'm like laying on a beach. Maybe, but I don't know. Anyways, I think without further ado, we will begin. Right, so prompt number 1. So we have a book that starts with the same letter as your name. Okay, so we need S. By the way, if you guys don't know, my name is actually pronounced Sarah. It's not Sarah, it's Sarah. And I know it's spelled like Sarah, which is very confusing, so I just thought I would let you know. It's Sarah. So, okay, what do we have that starts with an S? No. We could do Shatter Me. I feel like this would be a nice, fun book to read on the plane. Although, it'll be August when I'm on the plane. I don't know. Anyways, we have Shatter Me, so we could do that. We also have we also have Shield of Sparrows, which we could do. You know, I just don't think this is something. It's chunky. How many pages are you? 633. Yeah, I just don't know if this is like the kind of book I want to read on holiday. It's a bit thick. However, if it's on Kindle Unlimited, maybe, because then like I'll obviously mostly be reading on my Kindle when I'm away. I'll take a couple of physical copies with me, but realistically I'll be on my Kindle. I kind of want to read Shatter Me, to be honest. You guys obviously know this by now, but I love the This Woven Kingdom series by sarahhafidh, and this is her more popular series, and I know this one's a little bit more YA, and people seem to either really love it or they kind of just think it's meh. I am intrigued, and I know it's gonna probably read a little bit young, but I want to read it. So I think I'm gonna go with Shatter Me for this prompt, and I'm really excited for it. Prompt number 2. What do we have? The shortest book on your TBR. I love a short book. I honestly feel like it probably was Shatter Me. Like, how many pages is this? Oh, it's actually not that short. Oh, in the back of Shatter Me, it has the first 2 chapters for This Woven Kingdom. Shatter Me is like 328 pages. I sort of feel like this book is quite short. Oh my god, no. How short are you? No, it's not that short. Assistant to the Villain. This has been on my TBR so many times, but I've just never been in the mood for it. I don't know why. I'm hoping the mood will come to me. This is 340 pages. It's probably Deep Cuts by Holly Brickley. I don't think I'm going to choose this one just yet because it's landed on my TBR 2 times and I'm yet to read it. And it's a book that I'm like really wanting to read, but I think because I want to read it and underline it and tab it, it requires more mental energy for me, and I just haven't been in the mood to do that. But I really do want to read it, but I'm not going to take it with me on holiday. Yeah, this is probably the shortest. It's 270 pages. Should I choose it? I don't know. How much would you guys hate me if I cheat? How many pages is this? This one's 350 pages. Definitely not the shortest. This one's probably shorter. Should I choose this one? I feel like this actually could be a fun holiday book. But I know for a fact that this one's on Kindle Unlimited, which means that I can read it while I'm on holiday. And this one sounds really fun. Me being like, oh, I don't want to read any fantasy romance when I'm on holiday. Girl, we have a Fey Rebel, a Ruthless Dragon Commander, and a Deadly Trial. I've heard really good things about this one. It's definitely a bit more of like an underrated fantasy romance. But I love books with dragons. I just think they're so cool. And I don't know. I'm very intrigued. I also love trials. And I just think this will be like a good, fun fast-paced sort of book. I'm not looking to be like amazed by this book. I'm just looking for a good time. So I think I'm gonna go with this one, even though it's definitely not the shortest book on my TBR, but that's okay. Just pretend you didn't see anything. Prompt number 3, a book that matches the season you're in. So I'm currently still in winter. However, when I go to UK/Europe, it will be summer. So, at least like the end of summer. So let's do a fun summary book. Truthfully, like the book that I really want to read, and I think this is a summary book, although I think it's also a very sad book. It's My Friends by Fredrik Backman. I just really want to read this book, and I'm looking for any chance to pick this book up. And look, we're gonna go from the cover of it. Doesn't that just look super summery to you guys? In the corner of one of the most famous paintings in the world, 3 tiny figures sit at the end of a pier. Most people don't even notice them. Most people think it's just a depiction of the sea. But Louisa, an aspiring artist herself, knows otherwise. 25 years earlier, in a distant seaside town, a group of teenagers seek refuge from their bruising home lives by spending long summer days together. They tell jokes, they share secrets, and they commit small acts of rebellion. These lost souls find in each other a reason to get up each morning, a reason to dream, and a reason to love. I'm just so intrigued by this book. I also love Fredrik Backman's writing, and I don't know, I just have a very good feeling that this is going to be a 5-star book for me. And I also think I want to take this book with me. I'm going to choose My Friends by Fredrik Backman for this prompt. Right, prompt number 4. By the way, I think I'm just going to choose 8 prompts today, because I'll probably only read about 6 books in September. I might read more because like there's lots of travel days and like long train journeys and stuff like that. And yeah, it'll either mean I read more because I'm traveling or less because I'm traveling. Do you know what I mean? Like it just depends if I read enough on my travel days. This one says a book with a map. I don't know if I want that, because then that's going to be another fantasy romance, you guys. You saw nothing. Let's go again. A book one of your favorite booktubers loves. Like off the top of my head, this would have been a really good one because I love Sarah Caroli and I know she loves this book. Let me have a look. Oh, actually, I think I've got a good one. Ugh, another fantasy romance, but this will be a fun fantasy romance. I could do Enchantra because one of my book besties, Poppy, she loves this book and she also loves Phantasma. And this one's also on Kindle Unlimited, which means that I don't have to buy the book on my Kindle when I'm traveling, you know? Also, I loved Phantasma. Phantasma, which is the first book in the series, was so much fun. This is like spooky, grim trials. Such a good time. The writing was also fantastic, which I didn't expect. It had very good writing and so fast paced. The first book, like I was never bored reading it. It was so bingeable, so addicting, like highly recommend. And this is the second book in the series, although the story doesn't pick up where the other one ended, so they're not connected. They're just like set in a similar universe. And this one follows her sister. I think I'm gonna go with Enchantra for this one. Prompt number 5. A book with a 1-word title. There's definitely a few. We could do Lightlark. Don't look at this on my TBR, by the way. It was on my TBR in August, and I just don't think I'm gonna get around to it. I might take this book with me to read on the plane, so I'm not gonna write this book off yet, but I definitely will get to it soon, I promise. We could also do Misery by Stephen King, could be a good time. We could do Renegades by Marissa Meyer. We could do Anatomy. I can't find any books on Kindle Unlimited that I want to read that are like 1 word, but I have found one that I have been wanting to read for so long, and I only haven't bought it because the physical copy in New Zealand is extortionate. Like it is $40, which I just think is crazy, and I definitely will buy it eventually, but I also want to buy it when it becomes a smaller paperback, because right now it's only like the big Type C paperback. So I'm gonna wait until it becomes cheaper and till I can get the smaller version. But I think I'm just gonna download it on my Kindle because I just really want to read this book, and I think it'll be such a good book to read like while I'm at the beach or just, you know, on the train or whatever. and it is Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. One word title, and she is one of my favorite authors. The amount of 5 stars I've had from this woman, insane. And this almost seems like it's one of her best books. Everyone that's read it has cried, has been obsessed with it, has given it a 5 star. So I definitely have a very good feeling about this. I'm gonna go with Atmosphere for this one just because I really want to read it, and it's gonna be such a good time. Right, we are on to our 6th prompt. Am I recording? Yeah, I am. Oh my god, for a moment I thought I wasn't recording. It's the worst feeling. It's only happened to me a few times, but I'll be like yapping and it'll be 15 minutes in, then I look at the camera and I'm like The next one is a book with your favorite cover. I have lots of covers I love. Really love this cover of Between You and Me by Joanna Horton. I just think it's so pretty. Love the font, I love the pink, I love the green, love the Polaroid pictures. I just think it's such a gorgeous cover. And this is a riveting portrayal of female friendship and the frayed boundary between loyalty and desire. Joanna Horton has created 2 unforgettable women whose choices on the cusp of adulthood will resonate with anyone who has ever had to navigate where friendship, intimacy, and love intersect when trying to make a life of one's own. Definitely really want to read this book. I do wonder if I could take this with me on holiday. I definitely want to bring like 2 physical copies with me on holiday, and then I'm going to try to read the rest on my Kindle. I just don't know if I want to take this with me because I love the cover so much. I don't want it to get like, you know, damaged in the sun or like bent and stuff. Now let's go back to the Kindle app and find a book with a beautiful cover on Kindle Unlimited. So for this one, I'm gonna go with The Lies of Lena, which is the first book in the Ottation Chronicles. I personally love this book cover, and I'm not normally one for loving like cartoons on the cover, but there's just something so beautiful about this. Like the butterflies and also the art that is done, like it's not cringy cartoon art, like it's beautiful, and like the background of it, I just think it's gorgeous. And apparently it's really good. From the cover of it, and this is just me assuming so, there's a love triangle. We all know. I love a love triangle. So that definitely did help me choose this book, but I also think the book cover is very beautiful. So I don't really know much about this book, to be honest, but I'm just reading the reviews on here, and oh my god, people are saying such good things about this book. So I'm gonna go with it. And it's on Kindle Unlimited. It's also a duology, which is nice because sometimes when there's 5 books in a series, I don't want to commit to that. But yeah, I'm very happy. So how many books do we have so far now? I think we have 6 books. So this is going to be the 7th prompt. I think I actually might only choose 7 prompts, to be honest, guys. Like realistically, I'm not going to read more than that, am I? Yeah. This is going to be the last prompt. A book with yellow on the cover. We could do The Rose Bargain. Is this on Kindle Unlimited? Don't feel like it would be. We can obviously do Bury Our Bones in Midnight Soil. I do really want to read this like ASAP, but I also don't think this is the sort of book I want to read on my holidays, but I am really looking forward to this one for sure. We also have to remember that I'm going to be here back in New Zealand for the last week of September, so I can choose a book to read when I get back, you know? I really want to read Girl, Woman, Other by Bernardine Evaristo. Has yellow on the front and it just looks really good. It's a general fiction. It follows like 13 women's stories and it just seems like nothing I've really read before, and I just love reading about different women from different walks of life, different upbringings, different ages. Just so fascinating to me. I love getting insight into other people's lives. It says, from the top of the country to the bottom, across more than a century of change and growth and struggle in life, Girl, Woman, Other follows 12 very different characters on an entwined journey of discovery. It is future, it is past, it is fiction, it is history. Just sounds good, you know? And I've been wanting to read this book for so long. I know that Jack Edwards loves this book, and I've just heard such good things about this book. And it's just a little bit different to the other books I have going on here, which always helps me avoid reading slumps. I need different genres to kind of keep me excited for my next book. So yeah, I'm gonna go with this, and I'm excited. I think we've got a really good reading stack. I'm also so looking forward to the books I'm going to be reading on holiday. Let me know what you're going to be reading in September, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye!